Hello, everyone. My resilient risers, good night. Welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placide. I am your kind hostess, Cindy Placide. It is always a pleasure to be here. And I thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much for joining the show. For all my viewers, thank you. Before I continue, let me make sure that my Facebook family is seeing this show live. So give me just a minute and I will be with you. Let me make sure it's on here on my phone. I have to do double duty, okay? All right, we are online. Yes, okay. So tonight, my fellow risers, what do you think? We have an amazing show for you, and I guarantee you are going to love what we have to show you tonight. Now, before I continue, for the benefit of those of you who do not know who I am Cindy Placide. I am from the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Lucia. So to all my St. Lucian massive, hello, welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placide. To my family, to all the people who are watching me from St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Haiti, Martinique, Barbados, Grenada, all the Caribbean chain of islands, from Europe, from UK, Asia, Ghana, and all over who are watching Poetry and Perspective with Placide, my resilient risers all over the world. It's a pleasure to be here. As y'all know, I am a poet, author, advocate, and the mission statement, Poetry and Perspective with Placide, has the slogan, "Let your voice be heard." And here at Poetry and Perspective with Placide, our mission is to provide a respectful and welcoming platform where guests can openly share their stories, perspectives, and truths. We believe every voice holds the power to inspire change and spark hope and strengthen the human spirit. So, through our heartfelt conversations here, as you'll have seen over the three years we've been here, and the art of storytelling, we aim to motivate and empower and uplift our listeners, okay, from all walks of life. By amplifying diverse experiences, we foster connection, encourage resilience, and remind each individual of their capacity to overcome adversity and achieve their highest potential. Whew, I learned that. So we are honored to transform lives and the power of narrative. So not only to heal and inspire, but also to unite communities, light up afterwards for personal growth and purpose and possibility. So this is Poetry and Perspective for you in a nutshell. I am a single mom. I'm an entrepreneur, an advocate, a 3-time published author. And let me see if I can show you my books. My first book is entitled When Life Stood in Silence. Of course, that's a masterpiece. It is my first book, and it is born from my pain, from my loss, from my grief, from my mental illness, from my suicide and everything. I put all my feelings into there. And this book is, anybody can relate to that book. It's a little bit of everything, love and whatever, but the main theme of that book is to inspire, empower, and grief, loss, and mental illness. The second book is entitled A Mighty Calm. A Mighty Calm is an uprising from that book, When I Stood in Silence. And in that book, I found my power. I found my purpose. After going through so much, I found my purpose. And so I wrote this book to encourage and to empower people to be their best and to shine their light and to reach for what they love and what they inspire to do. And my third book is just like, it's a reflection of my life and where it was. And excuse me, there's water in my eye, where I was and how far I've come. And it is just appreciation, okay, for everything that I have been through, right? So these are my 3 books, and these are what I advocate for: mental health and suicide, autism, dwarfism, pregnancy and child loss, domestic violence, sexual assault, cancer, Alzheimer's, just name it. Whatever it is, I I bring awareness to. And of course, not forgetting that I am a poet, so I am big on poetry. So when people come on here, maybe I say one or two poems, but tonight I'm not sure if I'm going to say a poem because we have this guest here who I'm so excited to hear about. Okay. So before I continue, I would like to let you know that I have a candle line called Cindy's Sense. Okay, these are luxury candles. I make candles on my own. I learned how to make it, and I have my candles, and we have some very beautiful and very powerful scents. This one is the favorite, a bestseller. It's called Jamaica Me Crazy, and it is so amazing. The cold flow is so amazing. I can't tell you anything more about that, but it's just amazing for those of you. And these are some of my things. I also have, like I'm wearing my head turban and whatnot. So I have all of these. I make sea moss. I make, green seasoning. Listen, I tell people, my son said, don't say that, mom, but I'm a Jackie of all trades. But my master is to be able to speak to people and to empower people. That is my master. Okay. So I do so much. But guys, I also want to show you. I have my t-shirt line, my new line that just came out. It's called Resilient Threads. And as you see, I'm wearing one of them. It said touch but not broken. And you could see my logo on here. Okay. So that's one of my line. And I also have mugs. So listen. If anybody to promote me, I will promote me. Okay, and I'm promoting everybody else. All right. So let me see who's on here. Let me see who are my resilient risers who are on here, and let me say hello. We have on Facebook Lindsay Dasheville. Welcome. Thank you for watching. We have Masha Jean-Pierre. How you doing, sweetheart? I hope you are doing well. We have Rico Ramirez. How you doing, my nephew? Hope everything is well. And for all of you who are watching in the background, I would like to say thank you for being on Poetry and Perspective with Placide. I really appreciate your support throughout the years. Now, rule of thumb on this show, okay? We have fun, we speak up everything, but we do not discuss politics and religion on this show. I believe everything has its place, and this is not the place for that. Everybody has their own beliefs. I can tell you, you can tell me what God has done for you, but no politics, in-depth of politics and religion on this show. I also want it to be clean, no harsh or explicit language or foul language, because I want this to be a drama-free zone. I want it to be a place where people can go back, children can go back and listen to my show and gather something from it. So that's a strict rule, okay? So with that said, Sakapase, let me say this. I am a people's person, as you all know. And for the past, I think it was in July, one of my friends died. And let me tell you a little bit. And that's going to take me into my guest, right? I did not know this person that I am bringing on this show for no reason. I don't know if you remember. I know what's happening to my eyes, but it's watering. And I don't have makeup, but it's watering. But a friend of mine, let me give you all a story before we go in, because it's about 8:20. I'm gonna bring her in. So I went, a friend of mine calls me and she said, listen, I have a friend who's in the hospital. He's from our island, and his wife is working, and she needs somebody to be there for him because he had a stroke. So being the person that I am, said, okay, no problem, I'll go. And I made a new friend. He was somebody from St. Lucia. We had never met before, but I met him. And I stayed there with him while his person was out working, or when she couldn't be there. I was there, okay, to make sure that he was always never by himself. And so, to make a long story short, all of us became friends. And this past month, he passed away after he fought so hard. And it was really difficult for me because I wasn't expecting to hear that, but it was a blow for everybody, and we all took it really difficult because he had fought so hard to fight whatever he was going through. And so when I didn't go to the funeral actually, but I went to the wake at the house after the funeral, and I met, I'm a people person speaking to everybody, and I met this young lady. She was picking up some stuff, cleaning, and I said, she said, I like you. I said something to her. I can't remember what I said to her, but she said, I like you. And so we started a conversation, and here we are today. So without further ado, I've spoken enough. Let me welcome my guest, the beautiful, the amazing, certified love.
Hello, hello. Hi, Cindy.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I am wonderful. Thank you so much for that opportunity.
It is a pleasure to have you here. I'm telling you, your spirit is just amazing. You have such a wonderful personality, an outgoing personality,
Thank
and I
you.
love people like that. So thank you so much. What was it that you said to me, and I said to you and said I like you.
I think it was just the vibes, just maybe the aura, just the connection. I think, like you said, I was just probably because I'm a caregiver
Mm-hmm.
at heart. So I think
Yeah.
I was just like you, just like you. So I think I was just, cleaning, trying to organize some things, and I saw you and your son there, and we just made the connection like it was just natural. So
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't really like pinpoint it. It was just natural.
Absolutely, yes. So, please tell us. Your name is Certified Love. Now, mind you guys. Before I continue, let me just acknowledge who's watching, who's commenting. Okay, Martha Elliott. Good evening. She said you look great. Thank you so much, my love. So, before we continue, your name is Certified Love. Now, tell us about
Okay.
Certified Love.
Okay, well, certified love, obviously, I mean the certified part isn't technically my government. It's
Mm-hmm.
Karis Love Scale. So everyone calls me by my middle name, Love.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got the idea for my brand, it was called it's Certified Modeling Entertainment.
Okay.
So I guess if you want to say for a nickname or to also coincide with my brand, I made certified my certified love. So some people call me just certified, some people call me love, some people say certified love, but it's all attached to my brand. So it's my nickname.
So
That's
we
where it comes from.
we were
But it's
joking
also my
around.
middle name.
Okay, we were joking around. I was saying, okay, at least I love to call people, hey love. So when I say hey love to
Ah,
you,
that's
that
true.
means
You know
you
what? See, it just came back to. I'm like, you know me? Because that's what I tell people. Because
yeah.
everyone, a lot of people say, hey, look, like you said. So then I'm like, you know me from somewhere. And then that's when I get into the story about my name. So yeah, that had something to do with it too, for
Yes,
sure.
yes. Absolutely. So thank you. We just
Mhm.
connected right there. So tell us a little bit about yourself besides the business and everything we're gonna get to into a little bit. But tell
Right.
us about yourself, where you from, what
Okay.
yeah, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I am originally born and raised in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
I moved here to Georgia like back in about 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been here thus long.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm born and raised in Orlando. My father is Jamaican descent,
Mm-hmm.
and my mother is African American, Alabama.
Okay.
Um, that's where she's from. But I wasn't, unfortunately, and maybe sometimes you never know, fortunate. I did not come up with my parents. I was
Mm-hmm.
adopted a few times, and things like that kind of went through the system, and ultimately I found my roots. So it was always in me to find my roots, and thank God to a good friend slash cousin of mine, Zetta. We went on that journey together, and she helped me, and I found my roots. But it's always been, like I said, inside of me, and I know you say you're from St. Lucia, so there's always like, I always kind of gravitated as I was growing up to certain culture, even because I was raised ultimately by a Caucasian family.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I always had it in me, whatever this other thing was. So it was just natural for me when I got older and, you go out and start to experience life on your own, for me to gravitate towards certain things.
Mm-hmm.
as far as, in both sides of my cultures. So,
Wow.
and then moving to Atlanta, I know we're going to get into the whole business part, but that had a lot to do with me moving out here as well. Um, I have two daughters. I'm a stepmother as well, so I have step kids also that are just mine as well. And I'm here in Atlanta now. I've been here since 2012.
Okay, girl. I love it. I love it. The way I said, I've been here since 2012. It's amazing, Sometimes we meet people, and I never prejudge anybody. But sometimes we meet people and we don't know their
Mm,
background. We don't
true.
know what they've been through. We don't
Right.
know, what shapes them, right? And so it is amazing to hear your story, because like I told you, I didn't want to hear what you had to tell me. I wanted to hear it
Right.
along with the audience so we could be wild together. And
Okay.
looking at you, you would never know that you were brought up by Caucasian parents.
Right.
And I honestly thought when I saw you that I know you were of Caribbean descent, but I didn't think that you were born here. I thought you were really like, a Caribbean person, like born in the Caribbean. But when we started to talk, I realized that, there
You
was more to
realize.
you, and you were very intriguing to me. So because of how you were brought up, how has that shaped you right now being a mother? How has that shaped you?
Um, I mean, I say this kind of jokingly sometimes to
Mhm.
people. I say like, there's not really much anybody can get past me, just because I feel like when some people like, oh, I'm cultured. No, I feel like I'm cultured. Like really, really like the definition of it, you know? Um, because like I said, as far as I've been told, as far as like the earlier part of my life, my my mother and father, rare, rare, rare. But ultimately, my mother, left me to my father, which he raised me till I was about 3. So in the process of that, things happen, and he not willingly but lost custody of me due to certain regulations and papers, and you know how those things go. So I know we're not going to get into
Yeah.
political things, but that's some things that he went through. Let's just say, coming from Jamaica and being here. Okay.
Mhm.
And so he ended up, losing me in the system, like I said, not willingly, because he was raising me. It was just
Mhm.
the circumstances at that time and age.
Mhm.
And so from there, I was adopted out to a next African American woman. And long story short, she didn't need to have her kids nor anyone else's. Um, so that's long story short on that. So
Mhm.
eventually I was um taken out of that and then placed in a group home for some years. And like I said, my Caucasian family, from I was about 8, 9, I was raised by them up until 18.
Mhm.
And adolescence and going through things, I was in and out, and being grown and want to go do my thing here and there, so um but I've always had an independent mind. I
Mhm.
guess that's what I would call it. And I mean in
Okay.
every aspect. So even when I would leave, they knew that I was okay. I've always been I guess, quote unquote, grinder, hustler, or whatever you want to
Mhm.
say in those terms. Um,
Okay.
so, and I just felt like, just everything that I've gone through, like you said, I mean, I've been with this, and then once I got grown, I've been around the Caribbeans. I got to know the Haitian community because I was involved in a different culture, the Caucasian culture. It was very more time I was the only dark skinned or colored person around. So I learned
Mm-hmm.
that culture. Not,
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, I learned it. So it had its benefits. Trust, it definitely had its benefits on certain things, and I respect certain things about them and, me coming up with them. But long story short, I know that there was more inside of me and things that you long for that certain people or certain love can't even feel it. You have to get what you're looking for, those pieces of the puzzle, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
just to make it complete, that's, my journey was truly finding my roots. From a little young girl, I remember these things like I'm gonna find my people. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I feel like I say I'm kind of cultured. I've seen some things, I've been through some things, and it just it has molded me, like you say, into the person that I am today. It
Wonderful.
has definitely done
Okay, so we're gonna segue a little bit. So
that. Yes,
you have different cultural experiences,
definitely.
but growing up as a young woman, I'm sure that you had goals and dreams of what you wanted to be in life.
Right.
So I know now that you own certified love, which you're gonna go to in a minute. But
Hmm.
what was your ultimate goal? What was your ultimate dream to become? What was your ultimate career path that you wanted to take?
Ultimately, like I said, I've always been a grinder, a hustler. So I guess like the entrepreneurship side of
Mm-hmm.
things. Um, I was very blessed to be able to work in certain places that I was not qualified for at all. It was just a blessing that I was able to be in those spaces, and that was in the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of taught me a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And from, like you say, from young, I always knew I wanted my own business of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely always into music, entertainment, modeling, fashion, uh, just I see something and say, oh, I could put that to better, or oh, I could have made that better. So that's where
Mm-hmm.
my mind frame came from with event planning, because
Mm-hmm.
you see so many things like, yeah, things aren't always going to go as expected, but at least
Mm-hmm.
have a game plan, you
Yes.
know, or something uh to guide a guide to guide you. So hey, if this
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work, okay, we got plan B. All right, B, C, D. Now we're at M and N. Like you just have to roll with certain things, and I feel like it hasn't been an easy journey.
Mm-hmm. So
Um,
so you ultimately you were already, I'm gonna get back to what you said. It hasn't been an easy journey
right.
because that's why I chipped in a little bit because I didn't want you to go too far
Hmm.
in.
Hmm.
But you were always into modeling, right? So when did you
Yes.
realize that you wanted to make it a business?
Okay. So from when I was young, I always like aspired to be, a singer, or I even, because some people are like, oh, you look like a model, like, because back then I was a little more petite. I probably had more of that fatigue. Back in the 90s, 2000s, they wanted you, skinny. So I always kind of was, but I was slim. So people would
Mm-hmm.
always like approach me, but I never took it serious. I never took it serious. I mean, I could go into some other things, but it was something that was shot down for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no, you can't do that, and oh, you can't, this and that. And sometimes as a child, because you listen to that because that's your authority. Those are the people that are over you, and 9 times out of 10, you probably can't even make any moves without your parent, or whomever. And those are, sometimes those are the people that shoot down your dreams.
Yeah, that's true.
So, so you kind of leave it alone. But once I got older and I said, well, it might not be for me anymore because I
Mm-hmm.
have, now I have my kids and I know a certain lifestyle that I want to live too pertaining to them. So if I
Mm-hmm.
can't do it, why not help someone, like be a stepping stone to someone else's career and future in it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I studied it, I looked at it, it was in me. So I just put all of those tools together and said, let me just build it to where I can help others in their journey towards it. And that is a satisfaction for me as well.
Wow. Wonderful. So when did you initially sorry, when did you initially start your business? Because I know you are love, but okay, let me
Hmm.
backtrack a little bit. When you were into modeling already, you knew what you wanted, you know that you had a bit of setbacks. But when did the idea to really for your business certified love, when was it really born? And tell us the process briefly of how that came to be, and what and we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue asking you the questions later. Sorry.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
No,
just
no, you're
lost my train of thought. Sorry.
no, you're good.
Yeah.
No, 2009
Mm-hmm.
is when I pretty much started my business. I was just left my husband at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always, like I said, I've always pretty much had a job, worked in the corporate field.
Mm-hmm.
And now I turned into a single mother with two daughters, very young. And okay, this isn't, I mean, it already, I was doing certain things in my marriage alone. So now it's definitely me alone with these two
Mm-hmm.
children. And I say, well, this one income it just can't get it. I got, I got to do something else, something more. And like I said, I always knew I was into, models and, um, fashion shows. Like there were things that I was already doing and going to and supporting, but
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't doing it personally. Like even people were calling me for my opinions and I was doing things, but I didn't have a label. I didn't put anything on it. I was just
Mm-hmm.
um doing it out of love and out of, oh, okay, this is my friend and, whatever. And then somebody told me, they said, you could be getting paid for what you're doing, right? Like you're doing a lot. Like you can get paid for that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not, da, da, da. And then I had to sit back because I ran into a situation and I was like, I really needed to come up with some money quickly. And
Mm-hmm.
at that time, social media was just coming out, but it wasn't as big as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more word in the street, really networking with people, going out, touching hands, shaking hands, smiling. When
Mm-hmm.
people used to sell their music out of their trunks, burning CDs, it was
Yes.
back then
Yes.
you really had to be
Yes.
outside. They say they outside now. No, you really had to be outside back then to
Mm-hmm.
really, you know, um, make a statement or
Mm-hmm.
and word of mouth back then was a very big thing.
Yep.
um like I said, social media, that I didn't grow up with that now, so
Mm-hmm.
you word of mouth was the thing. And I started throwing private events, quote unquote. I started throwing private events. Like I said, I ran into a situation where I had to come up with some money. And this one selector said, "Hey, I'll DJ. You get the people together, and I'm telling you, you can do something, love." Like people, and I didn't look at it like people really dealt with me or even respected me on certain levels. But he was like, "Yeah, you just don't know. Just put something together and see."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. And that first night, I did a private event at my home, and I made a few $1,000s. And I was like, "Wow, this is how this works." You know. and from there it just really sparked a flame in me. Like I started off with females, like I said, doing private events and things, and then I said, you know what, you girls are beautiful, I need to take it to a next level, like let's get into modeling, and and before I knew it, I was into, doing fashion shows with Jakari. Big up Jakari down in Orlando, Florida. Well, now I think he's in Arizona. Um, and I just was kind of just the road into that world. And that's where the certified modeling entertainment comes from. Artists, I still am very big on artists, the independent artists,
Mm-hmm.
building platforms for them to have to come and perform and showcase their talents. So that was one of my first events too, doing a showcase. I called it Orlando's Got Talent. Um, I've learned a lot from Who's Got Talent, so
Mm-hmm.
you kind of look at these things. I'm around a lot of this, these artists, and I was in studios and stuff, and I'm like, wow, if you don't make it there, let me build a platform for you to come and perform. Because you might not hit big time, but you got to get some stage presence from somewhere. So that's why I said I'm in the business of building blocks for people to get to where they're going. And yeah.
And it's amazing that you said that because that's how I feel about my show. You know,
Hmm.
we may not have. It's one thing to not be given. There are people who are given a golden spoon. But when you don't have that golden spoon and you get to the point where you see the potential to help other people along your journey, right? It gives you purpose. And so that's what happened for me for this show. I needed therapy to get out of the rut of the mental health and all the things that I was facing. And
Hmm.
my therapy was, although I had this show in the back burner of my mind and written down in paper for 3 years before I started it, I just knew that this was what I wanted to do. And so that's
Right.
why I am here to promote people. It may not be as big as a platform as a lot of people have, but at least I can give people a stepping stone towards where they're going. And I think
Exactly.
I can relate to you on that one. Yeah.
Definitely. That is so
So
true.
yeah, so I know you talked about how you started. So I'm guessing that when you started, you didn't have funding for the business. You just said you got a gig and you said, "Hey, let me do this." And then you said, "Oh, this is how this works. I can make some money off this." Yeah. So
Yeah.
how what are some of the challenges you faced? Because I know it was just somebody that, got your first gig. What were some of the challenges that you faced in your business?
I would say, hypothetically, you have to you I'm learning to know, like, everyone isn't gonna always be there to stay. You look for loyalty to build up certain things, because if you're running a business, well, I mean, that's in anything, hypothetically, let's just say Walmart, you need people that are going to be loyal to get up and want to come to work every day and work. And, so I've learned that it's kind of like a temp agency.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get too comfortable. Life is lifing for people too. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to take that part of it out, and no matter what, you have to keep going with what you have. And there are going to be some people, it's never the people that you think, okay? It's never going to be the people that you think. Oh, they're going to be, it's never those. It's 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a stranger, somebody that seen something, heard something, so I've learned that, like, I might, don't get discouraged if it's not the people that you truly feel like, oh, they should be the ones, and oh, don't let that discourage you. Love them for who they are and keep it moving, because there are going to be other people along the journey that are going to be truly there and genuine to what you're doing, whether they're there for the long haul or there for just that moment. They added something to it to inspire you to keep progressing. So
Yeah.
you have to look at that. Like
Yes.
and that used to like really irritate me. Like it would really dampen my, I would, and I guess somebody told me the other day, oh, you bringing the negativity, but I'm like, the negativity was brought to me, like, you know, and so you just have to learn, like, you know what, that's supposed to happen. You
I'm
gotta learn,
smiling.
like,
I'm smiling. I'm sorry to God. I'm smiling because I'm feeling what you're saying because it was
mm-hmm,
today, right? I sat there. I'm going like, Cindy, how many people have you brought to this show? And I just looked at the list because I have a list of the people, everybody that I brought to the show. I have a list of the people that I brought to the show. I'm going like,
mm-hmm,
you have brought so many people to do show. And every night for 3 years, I've been saying, share my live, subscribe to my channel, okay? Give some stars, you know, let people know about this show, make a donation. And do you know for 3 years, I only have one subscriber. One. And yet I still come here. It takes money to do this. I have to pay everything. You understand? I'm going like, so all
mm-hmm,
the people that I was sitting, I'm going, so it doesn't take much for you to just get on there and just like, share this, let somebody else see it. I'm not asking for, too much. And I realized something. I said, Cindy, be grateful for those who are there for
mm-hmm,
you all the time.
mm-hmm,
Be
mm-hmm.
grateful. Even if it's one person, be grateful. And
For
I
that
learned.
one time.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
I learned in business, they tell you the people you think, you just said it, the people you think who are going to stand with you and be there for you and push you forward, they are never going to be the ones who are going to do it. If strangers are going to come in and they are going to push you, there may be one or two who are going to stay with you for the long haul, people that you
Oh
know,
yeah.
but the
Oh yeah.
majority of the people that who going to catapult your business to another level are people you had no clue existed.
Existed. And that also was another uh a part of my journey too with getting here. Even though I got here how I got here, that was another part of my journey. Um, because somebody pulled me to the side one day and they said, you know, love, you're supposed to be in Hollywood or New York or Vegas, like they saw what I was trying to do. A stranger
Mhm.
that came and supported one of my events. They saw me promoting, they came and supported, and like I said, they pulled me to the side and they said, I don't know what you have going on here, but and I said, yeah, I was born and raised here, and these my people, and I'm, bigging up these people, and I love the people that have supported me there as well to this day. That's never gonna change because that's foundation.
Mhm.
But sometimes foundation can get shaky, it can get rocky. So you have to, not that you don't love this or love your people or love where you're from, but you got to take it. You got to, a journey means you're in motion. You're
Yes.
not stagnant. You're not in one place. You're on a journey. You're moving.
Mhm. It's like
So,
a train. It's like a
mhm,
train. Like, the train is going on a journey, and every stop it drops off people and it picks some back
yep,
up. Yes,
yep,
but everybody is going to a different destination on that train. Okay, but their journeys are different,
mhm,
even if they're on the same train. And that is so true. That is true. Martha Elliott, she
mhm.
said, let me see who's commenting because I need to oh my
Yes,
gosh.
yes,
Martha said, Cindy, you have a powerful platform. I'm going to show it. She said, you have a powerful platform. And she also said, that is so true. There will be true supporters. And that is
yes.
very, very true. They're going to be true supporters. So, with that said, what exactly you do modeling, you do entertainers? Just give us a brief on some of the things that your company does. Certified love, modeling and entertainment.
Yes. Well, like you said, Cindy is certified modeling entertainment, and with that being said, I say I'm the host with the most.
Mm-hmm.
It's a one-stop shop. If I can't do it, I know someone who can, because there's no reason for me. It might not be something like you could be looking at DJ. I don't DJ, but guess what? I know plenty of them. You need someone that's you're doing spoken word. Guess what? Now I know about Cindy. You know what I'm saying? Like just because I don't do it doesn't mean that I wouldn't try to outsource it to someone else. But as far as what I can do, that's what I'm going to sell you on.
Mm-hmm.
Event planning. If you need models for various things, I have girls that are, looking to be brand ambassadors, be in fashion shows, music videos, um, whatever the case may be. Even if you just need someone to be out in the streets promoting your brand, that's
Mm-hmm.
what we provide to. Um, Bottle service, bartending, on every level from weddings to parties to, you need people for servicing, staff. I will
Mm-hmm.
provide those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Hosting, I host if you say, hey, um, you got an event and but you can't do everything. So you can
Mm-hmm.
step in when you can. But hey, love, can you at said time and this time and that bring up these different things? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have your back in those positions. So, like I say, I'm the host with the most. I'm a one-stop shop. That's what certified modeling is, and I'm all about the woman empowerment. I'm all about not to take from our men because we need our black men, but I'm all about the woman empowerment movement, supporting us and those type of things. That's certified modeling.
That's beautiful. So let now, guys. Now she's spoken. I want to show you a video. I don't know if it's going to play now, but I'm going to show you a video. Listen, I'm laughing because every time, every time, every time, every time I have to show a video, I get anxious because I can never the
You hope
video
that
don't
it plays.
don't have the place. Yeah. So let me check the guest and see what is happening here. Oh, okay, I'm getting a call. Okay, let me see what's happening here. So Martha said 100 she clapped. So oh my gosh, I got 20 stars from Marcia Jean-Pierre. Thank you so much, Marcia. She gave me 20 stars.
Yes.
Yay! Thank you. I appreciate you. She is a regular, and I can say thank you so much. I appreciate it. If I take time to acknowledge it because I'm paying attention to so many different things, but thank you,
No,
Marcia.
you
I really do.
good. That's yes, you're
Yeah, I really do.
multitasking.
Yeah, I really do appreciate you. Appreciate your support. It means a lot. Okay, and let me tell you guys before we continue, support is very important. You know why? It doesn't take much for us to promote anybody. A like,
Mhm.
a share. Okay, a like,
That's
a
so
share.
true. And that's
Promote.
another motto of mine. We support who support we. You can't support
Yes,
everything and everybody, but at least support the people that you know would be there for you or have supported you in the past. Support them people.
exactly. Because I have a spirit of gratitude, and I tell you, the people who come on my show, even if they don't, most of them don't promote me, but if they have something, I will promote everybody. I would just share it one time. I'm running for it. Oh, this person did that. Just a like or share or just promote them. And I would literally call people and tell them, listen, hey, send this for me. I just want to share it on my status everywhere that I have stuff. So it's important that we promote each other. That's how the
That's very
algorithm gives
important.
us more supporters. Yeah. So that's no problem to that. So what is I going to so Marcia is a content creator. So listen, guys, Marcia Jean-Pierre. Also, I'm looking for while I'm speaking, I'm looking for the video. So excuse me, okay. I'm looking for the video so I can play for you guys to see what my girl does. But before I get that video, let me show you her business card. If anybody is interested in doing business with my girl, she's certified, and let me tell you, She is so loving. Besides the name and everything, she's a very loving and kind person. I'm telling you, for the whole night, we were just as if we'd known each other for the entire year. The whole time, we were just giggling and laughing. So this is her business card, and let me put, while I look for that video, let me put her information on here so you could see give her a shout out. Let me see, give her a shout out. There we go. So I'm going to put it on the ticker besides mine. I put purple because I think her cut, she has purple there. So
Yes,
she
all purple, everything.
yeah. So
Royalty.
go ahead and tell the viewers what's on your flyer, please.
Yes, this is my business card. So basically, it's certified modeling entertainment. Um, like I said, I have hosts, I have models, event planning, anything pertaining to an event. You can count on me to find out, help you to put it together. Um, my Facebook is Karis Love Scale, just as so. My where I guess you could say where I promote more of my things, my more personal or hosting things of me. My main page is certified, I'm sorry, for Instagram at certified_love CME. And my modeling agency page is certified modeling ENT, all one word. Um, so yeah, that's just that entity. And you can also follow at Girl Code ATL. That's another entity of mine as well, with flyer page, Toya Famous, DJ Amp Love, and a few other people. We're all about the female DJ movement as well. So yeah, that's how you can find me. And my telephone number is there. Hasn't changed in about Jesus. At this point, I've had that number, I believe, a good 15, 16 years. So it's never going to change. I'll always be saying, oh, you need to get a business line. You need to get... That is the business and the personal line. I need everything to come directly through. Don't want to miss y'all. So, yeah, so just anything you're looking for, like I said, if I don't do it, I know someone that does, or we can make it happen together.
Wonderful. So I found the video. Okay.
Okay, I did good.
So
I
let me
killed
go
the
ahead.
time. I killed time. Good.
Yeah, good. So before I put it on, I have to put on this here so that Facebook is not gonna, it's gonna think me too much. They've been sending me some letters. So no copyright intended. Music for entertainment purposes only. If you have any music in the background, it's just from her ad. Okay. So I'm going to screen share, and I am going to let me see. I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to let me see. Oh, okay. And there we go. So let me play it for you guys. It's coming up. Okay.
Okay.
Did anything happen?
Yes, it played. That's just one of the little shorter clips.
Okay. So she has another clip here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Let me see. Oh, stop sharing. I'm sharing all my business.
Oh, you showing all your business.
So I'm trying to find a larger clip. Okay. There it is. So I'm gonna I can never get it right with this thing. I don't know. I need a better system. I can never get it right. Oh, I need me like Martha so told me. She said, Cindy, you need what's the other thing, Martha? You said she said you need a moderator. Yeah, I need a moderator.
A
Yes,
moderator. Yeah, I feel what
yeah.
you're saying.
So let me share my screen again. Show all my business. Okay. So let's go. We're gonna go to the window and we're gonna go to this one. And we're gonna share. So let's go. All right. So I'm gonna play it. Hope you can hear it. Okay. Ready. So these are some of our
Yeah, even if
models.
yes, those are some of my models. Even if you can't hear it, this was a fashion show that I
Mhm.
hosted slash did some event planning for. Shout out to the Asia Apparel. Shout out to Battle of the Boutiques. LA Styles, she is actually the one who put it together. This was her thing. It's actually a recorded kind of like a reality show. So this was actually the second season.
Mhm.
I was in the first episode as the first season as well. So it was basically a fashion show, like it says, Battle of the Boutiques, different boutiques from Chicago, Florida, here in Atlanta. She put it together, and it was, pretty much a competition. The
Mhm.
boutiques come out and show off their latest fashions, and it's a battle. And she, gives you an announcement, give you a prize. So it's
Mhm.
like I said, I love that world. I'm To me, I ask my kids still for fashion sense, but I'm out here doing other stuff. But my daughters dress me most of the time.
Okay. Okay. Now,
But
without
yeah,
that, we
that's
sure
one
that.
of those videos.
Yeah, that. Wow. So, you do a lot. You do a lot. So I'm gonna take a moment right now for me to be able to recognize some people, and I'm gonna come back and ask you.
Hmm.
It's 8:15, and we're gonna come. We have like about 50 more minutes. I'm gonna come back and ask you. I'm gonna talk some more on some of the things that you have happening. Okay. So I want to give a real shout out to a few people, okay, because I think it's important that I do that. So I want to give a big shout out to oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Give me 1 second. Let me type something in here. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So right here. So I had before I came in here, I had a list of people that I wanted to. I just lost it a little bit, but I think I got it. Yes. So I want to give a big shout out to all of my subscribers and my star givers and my viewers. Now it's amazing that it has brought to my attention, because I know that it's important that I do that, because you know you you have to give back no matter how small it is. So I had on my list, and I wanted to give a shout out to, and sure enough, she was here for me tonight, Martha. Mother's gonna Martha, also Miss Marcia Jean Pierre. Now, I also wanted to show Marcia's page, because Marcia is she's very short in her content, but it's very powerful what she says in her content. Like, literally, she comes and she said just a few words, and it is just like she will capture your attention. So I want to show you guys just one clip of what she says, very short, and then I'm gonna go ahead and continue giving shout outs to just one or two people. So where am I'm really bad at this. Okay, so I'm gonna let me share, give me a second here. Oh, this is so okay. So, all right. So, I hope you can hear her. Let me see.
Into the new year.
Let's hear it again.
Sometimes the greatest act of love you can give to yourself is to leave the baggage behind. Find the new you. Be strong to yourself. Focus on moving forward to find, to enter into the new you.
Now, tell me if that wasn't powerful. Sweet and powerful. Sweet and powerful. So that's Master's page. I also want to I want to show you also, I want to give a big shout out to, let me tell you, they say be there for those who are there for you, and this is a true and valid statement. I want to give a big shout out to Modest Glam Martha. This is her, she does Avon. So this is her, she have many hats, but she does Avon, so she is really really good at what she does, very well spoken, and I love this lady to death. She is hardcore in promoting people and to be there for people. So thank you so much, Martha, for your spirit of giving. Okay. Thank you so so much. Also, I want to give a big shout out. I had all my people in line. I want to give a big shout out to um Marshall Celestine. Marshall has always been somebody who has been pushing me forward and to help me grow. And so he has been really instrumental in my life in believing in me and making sure that I do the best that I can with the little that I have, like Certified Love said. You're welcome, Marcia. You're welcome. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to somebody that you may not know. Let me see. This is not this one yet. What happened to my slides? Okay, so let me see where I think I lost my slides. I went too far. Okay, let me see. I think I went too far. Okay, so this person right here, I want to give a big shout out to Rupee Tea Viscosity Blend. Listen, I have never met this man in person. We've always spoken on the phone for over 3 years. And let me tell you, this man is going to drop everything and be there for me when I tell him I need help in whatever. He will call me and tell me if my makeup is not good. He will call me and tell me, Cindy, you got it. He gives me he gives me real time feedback. So I need you to listen to his station on viscosityblend.com. He's also on Roadblock Radio, and he comes on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 8 to 10, and also on Sundays. Rupee Tea, better known as the Blender. Very, very, very good person. Very nice person. I want to give a shout out to him. I want to give a shout out to the ladies at where Ladies Talk in the nonprofit organization. I'm part of this group. So big up to you guys. To Kelly Indy at Salvon Gem Foundation, to Baptist Paul. Of course, he's award-winning writer. So that's what I want to say. So now, Miss Love, I am ready to talk to you again. Come back. I know you must be a little bit busy right now. Yeah, so these are some of the people that I really want to be acknowledged, and there's so many others. As the time goes by, I'm going to continue, giving shout outs to people, because you cannot grow the ladder by yourself. It takes a team to take you to where you're going, and even if that it may be just constructive criticism, like Martha said, it would just be anything. But you know what? As long as you have people in your corner who believe in you, who are standing with you, and who encouraging you to give the best, to give your best, then these are people that that's are keepers, okay? And that you need to, show loyalty to them as well, okay? So, Miss Love, oh,
Yeah,
you're a hot mess, right?
I
So,
was over here taking a snack break. Yes,
oh goodness, sometimes
I'm
we all
here.
need
I'm
it,
here.
okay? I did it sometimes. So I put your ticker back on there. Where did it go? Hide this, and we're gonna do this right here. Okay. So Miss Love, now I know that you do a lot, right? You do a lot. So you said you had some challenges, and we talked about that, right?
Hmm.
Is there anything that you want to do and you have not ventured into it yet? In line with your business.
In line of my business, I want to travel more with it, with
Okay.
my concept. I've always, I guess, like, with coming up, we used to, go on road trips and, but as a child, you just on the road and it's vacation and what have you. But I want to do more traveling with my business. Have, have my face in certain places, go certain places and throw events there. Um, so that's definitely one of my goals internationally. I feel like I am already internationally known. I just haven't been everywhere.
So with that said, I know you did not tell me that, but I do whenever I have my guests, I do my little digging and whatnot. And guess what? I found something. She said she want to go international, but I think I'm speaking to a celebrity right now. Okay, so listen, this is what is happening for her right now. She has been nominated. Let me open it up. As a Black Only Fashion Awards for fashion for official nominee. Okay, tell us about that.
Yes. Oh goodness. Yes, the other day I was blessed to be able to become a nominee for the Black Only it's Black Only Fashion Awards,
Mm-hmm.
and they have various categories, and the category that I'm in the nomination for is for fashion show event planning. Now they say, yeah, we know you do some of everything, but this would be for this thing the best category for them. Because I am involved in, fashion shows and helping with the event and helping put it together, whether I'm helping host it, lining up certain things, and then, like I said, promoting and planning and all of those things overall. So it's definitely a special thing for me. So for those of you, whether you know me or not, you can still go and vote for me. It's open voting. The event is actually August 30th.
31st.
Am I saying it?
August
31st. Okay, yeah,
31st.
I get it.
Yes.
August 31st will be the actual award show. And like I said, feel free to go and vote for me on Black Only. The information is there. You could probably see it better than me. I can't even see it
Yes.
good.
It is.
Um,
It's I'm going to type it out and put it on the screen so it could come on as a
yes. And you just scroll down to that category of fashion show event planning, and
mm-hmm,
you will see at Certified Modeling Entertainment. And you can
mm-hmm,
vote for me there. And I thank you all so much in advance. And regardless whether I win or not, it is still just a blessing to be recognized, acknowledged, and be a nominee, be in the runner of things that, people acknowledge what you're doing, they see what you're doing. So I'm very blessed for that.
yeah, we thank God. It is I really love it when I see our people in general, but especially our people, when I see we are excelling and we are growing and we getting recognitions like this.
Yes.
I really, really absolutely love it
Yeah,
because
that's such a blessing.
it is a blessing because we don't a lot of times, we do a lot of work and it's not being recognized. So to see a sister, get recognition for, her work, it's something to celebrate. It's something to celebrate. So I am
Definitely.
sure when you started this, you did not even think, well, okay, that was where I was going to be. And
No,
that's gonna
no, I
be
definitely didn't.
yes. So let me see. Do I have any more comments here? No, so I haven't. I don't think I have anybody. So Martha said I send you a request, Miss Love. Yes,
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you
send you a
so much.
request. So let me remove this from there and let me see your beautiful face
Hmm.
up close again. Okay. So go vote for her, blackonlyllc.com. Okay, I put it there on the screen, blackonlyllc.com, and blackonlyllc.com. Um,
Yes.
and go out and support Miss Love. So, darling, I know this has been a journey for you, and you're still on that journey. What has been
Hmm.
the most rewarding thing for you since you started?
Well, for one, certain acknowledgments, because like you say, you invest a lot of time and um personal money and late nights, early mornings, and so just the acknowledgement of certain things. Um, the people that certain people that I've met along the journey, like you were
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging certain people that have, been with you through your thing. So yeah, I definitely acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Sounds good. So, what would you have done differently?
Nothing, nothing. I wouldn't done anything differently. Um, maybe probably do more, but
Okay.
nothing different, just more.
Okay. What advice would you give to a young person? And think about your situation, where you were, how your life was, and how you it's turning out now. What advice would you give to a person who's venturing into their own business or even a similar business like you are in? What advice would you give them to what advice would you give them? Yes. I had another thing to
Mhm.
say.
I would say, I mean, especially if it's something, that makes sense and you see the potential in it, don't let anybody tell you no. I mean, you can't make them not tell you no, but take that as a stone, as a building block and build up your your empire
Beautiful.
and don't take that in a negative way, even when people are talking negative about what you got going on or um maybe their opinion hits your ear a different way. No, listen to those things, acknowledge those things, and learn from them and take the pros and the cons at all times and
Yeah.
restructure how you're going to mold what you're going to do with that, because just because you feel like it might be something negative being said, just take it and make the negative into a positive.
And I couldn't agree more. You know, sometimes we in business and then we put our feelings into the business. But sometimes when somebody tells us no, or they it's not about us. You understand? So we have to understand that people are going to be people and they have the right to their own
Hmm.
decisions, their own yeses, their own no's, their own opinions. But we collectively have to know that don't take it too hard. Don't take it too deep. Like you said, learn from it and grow from it. And if possible, let one negative be a stepping stone for you to grow even more into what you are doing. Okay.
Hmm.
I've always told people when I started this show, people said to me, "You can't speak. How you gonna go and do a talk show?" I personally, I said to myself, Cindy, I want to be a motivational speaker. I'm speaking it into existence, but I'm going like, you've been through so much, like like there was a time I was just like so, but with all my trauma and everything, it took something away from me. And so I said, Cindy, can you really do this? At first, I doubted myself. And I said to myself, Cindy, just start. Just get on there and talk. It doesn't matter. And
Well,
I went back and I look at my first show. I'm going like, it was bad.
it's a
But guess
learning
what?
process.
Yes,
Hmm.
throughout the years, I've learned, I've grown, I've gotten people who've given me a lot of really good advice and I've taken it. I know right now I'm speaking better because before I started like you wouldn't understand
Hmm.
anything that I was
Hmm.
saying. But
Hmm.
I've learned to slow down. I've learned to, pay attention to a lot of things. And then the software that I'm using, I've gotten better. So I am in a better
That's
place
good.
where every day I come on this show, I learn from somebody. I learn from you. I learn from somebody. So
That's
it is
good.
amazing that you I listen to your story and it really empowers me, although I don't know the full depth of what you've been through to make your business where it is now. Because I'm telling you, I was doing modeling before I was into modeling, and I know it takes a lot of work,
Yes,
a
it
lot of
does.
time and sacrifice. So hats
Hmm.
off to you, okay? Hats off to you.
Thank you.
So
Hmm.
what is the what is the next event that you have coming?
The next thing that I will be hosting, I think I'll show this side. This is a little more appropriate.
Uh,
I didn't send it to you, but I'll be hosting this pool party slash car show.
uh-huh.
A good friend of mine, Rollin. It's his birthday celebration. He's a truck driver, entrepreneur, has his own truck driving business. So it's his birthday party that I'll be hosting. That's August 16th, 2 p.m. until. We are definitely looking for vendors, non-food or liquor vendors. So we're definitely looking for vendors, performances, cars to sign up for the car show part. And it's a pool party. It's still summertime. Come out and enjoy yourself.
And
Um,
when did you say it's happening?
that's August 16th, and that's in the Jonesboro, Georgia area.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
well that
December, yeah.
you said August or December. Why am I slow?
No, no, I said August. I was just going into something else that I had
Oh,
to
go
say.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, December 19th, it'll be Girl Code. I do an all-female DJ lineup to help showcase the female DJs that are out there. So that's always a fun event. And I think
Mm.
this year the theme, no, I don't think I know. This year the theme is cowgirls and cowboys. Because I like events that have themes. And so that's what that's going to be about. And that's December 19th. Other than that, just call me. We can put something together. Everything is everything.
Absolutely. But thank you so much. Before we go, I just want to say this. I admire your courage. I admire you, the step that you took towards your business, towards your goals, and you stuck to it, and then you've grown. Now, earlier I heard you mention a few people. What are your biggest who has been your biggest client so far? Have you had any celebrities like big names?
Yes, I've promoted a lot. Like I've promoted Spice on the dance hall scene. Oh goodness, Massacre. I mean, to me sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm just doing stuff. Like I'm just,
Yes.
but it is really probably a big deal.
Uh-huh.
Um, And like I said, I'm very, into the indie artists. Just even throwing my own events, my own concerts. So shout out to
Mhm.
all and any of the indie artists that I've worked with. LF Station, Big Beezy, Sevenfold, um, Mona Lisa. Yeah, just it's a lot. It's a lot of people
Yeah.
that I acknowledge everybody.
Well, I thank you so much for being on here. Thank you so much for giving us of your time. I want to encourage you to continue what you're doing. I don't know what happened here. I lost your beat. So
Yeah.
I want to continue to encourage you to do what you're doing because I think you have an amazing thing going. Everybody has their vision of what they want, of their dreams, and how what goals they're going to set to get to that dream that they want to achieve. And I think that you're well on your way. You're well on your way. So continue being a positive for the young women and
Thank
young
you.
men out there, for the people who came from nothing and build themselves up. Never give up. You got something really good. And we're going to be talking about some poetry soon. But yes.
Yes,
So I
definitely.
want,
Thank you
with that
so
said,
much.
yeah, you're welcome. So if you want, you can get off now. That's fine. I'm just gonna say here just from to show. I know you have it's 9 and you have to do your business as well. But it's gonna show
Yes,
here.
yes.
Yes. So this is my line right here. It's called the resilient threads. That's my name brand, Rise to Prosperity, right? Rise to Prosperity.
Okay.
And I have it's a baby in the making. I have a few things that I've put together with that line. I have shirts, I have a whole heap of I have hats, I have a whole heap of things that come with the line. And that first line is called Resilient Threads, just to empower and to motivate people. So I'd encourage people to go on my website and support me on my journey in my business. And my website, if you all know, my website is cindyplacid.com. So you guys could go over there, and you all could go on risetoprosperity.com, sorry. And you all could see I'm going to put it on right here, risetoprosperity.com. If you want to order my candles and my books and my clothing, okay? And I would appreciate your support. And if you want to get one of my 3 books, you can also get to cindyplacid.com. And I would appreciate your support and everything that you've done for me. So thank you so much. I'd like you to share this live, share, subscribe to my page, and to subscribe. What's the other one? I keep forgetting. Like, subscribe, share.
Subscribe, share, follow, and like.
Follow and like, yes. I keep forgetting this. Follow and like, yes. And like I said, it doesn't take much for you to just support me. So just go ahead and do that. Now, last month, I did not give away gifts. So I want to do this, okay? And also, I'm looking for collaborators. I want to do this. And I want to show you something. So next week, we're going to have, tomorrow, I'm going to come on and announce the giveaway. So what's going to happen? I want you to pay attention. So tomorrow, I am going to come on here and do a giveaway. Now, what is going to happen is this. I am going to put a keyword. So today I'm going to put a keyword. Let's say I'm going to put love for the keyword, right? And I want you to come on here. And during the live, the keyword, if somebody says the keyword, now you don't have to say it too many times. If you say the keyword, then the giveaway tool is going to run like this. I'm going to show it on the screen for you to understand what I mean, okay? So let me see if I could share my screen again. All right. So this is the giveaway tool right here, right? So what will happen if somebody says the keyword love? What is going to happen? What happened? So it did not go. Okay. It did not go. So hold on a second. So somebody please say love or type something in your comments, love. So I'm going to start commenting comments that say love. So it's going to go and it's going to tell me. So what I'm going to draw is going to tell me 22 people said love, and it's going to stop. And it's going to give me the winner. That's what's going to happen. So that's how it's going to go. So it's good. I'm not going to be the one choosing. Now, if you put it too many times, it's going to cut you up. Well, you just have to put it when it's going to choose the winner. So that was going to happen tomorrow. So I'm going to put the keyword. I'm going to let you know what the keyword is. And I'm going to put a keyword in. And while we're going through, you are going to, it's going to tell me it is new to me, so it's a bit hard to explain. So it's going to give me the keyword, whoever says the keyword, and then it's going to run the draw, and it's going to come up with one person. Now, if the person put the word too many times, it's going to cut it. It's not going to give you. It's not going to calculate the many times. Just one time. I think that's how it goes. So I'm excited about this. I'm really excited. So we're gonna do that tomorrow because I was supposed to have given those gifts and I did not because I was not feeling well, my loves. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this tomorrow. So I have another way of now I have another way of giving the gifts, and I'm going to let you know how you can get it tomorrow. I'm putting all of that in place. I'm gonna finish putting it in place. Okay, so who's laughing at me? Oh, Martin's laughing. So come along. Oh, we have Thomas from Ghana watching. Hi, Thomas. Oh my gosh, I didn't see you were there, my friend. Oh, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's late over there. Yeah, so come along tomorrow. I'm going to be giving away gifts. I'm gonna come tomorrow with a topic. But I also want you guys to come on and say some poetry. So invite some people tomorrow, because it is Poetry and Perspective with Placid. We've gotten perspective tonight with our dear friend Certified Love. So come on, invite somebody whom you know that wants to say a poem. Until next week is gonna be poetry night. So just make it fun tomorrow so that we could give out those gifts. Okay, I have 2 gifts to give tomorrow. So that means I'm gonna have I'm gonna have 2 drawings tomorrow, because I didn't do it last week. I didn't do it last month. All right. So come along tomorrow, my resilient risers. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for being a part of my life. As the mission statement of this, it says our mission is to provide a respectful and welcoming platform to our guests to openly and truthfully share their stories. Okay. So every voice matters. And so we need to continue to promote each other and be a driving force for each other, because we need, the more we lift each other up, the more oh my gosh, I lose my train of thought. We lift each other up, we get blessings. It's not coming to my mind. I remember another time, but we grow by helping each other grow. Something like that. I forgot. My mind is just not working right now. So resilient writers, look out for the giveaway tomorrow. Invite your friends. I want to say to those who are suffering with mental illness or have thoughts of suicide, and if it's bad and you get to that point where you're at a breaking point, please call 988 if you are in the United States, and if you're in St. Lucia, dial 203. Okay. Remember, failure should never be your finality. Let every setback be a stepping stone to your growth, propelling you towards a new chapter to achieving your dreams. Remain resilient, remain focused, keep pushing, and continue to rise, because, believe it or not, success is just a step away. I love you guys. Any last words, my darling? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. I had muted my
That's
mic.
okay.
I was just saying thank you so much for the opportunity, Cindy, and I'm sure I'm going to see you outside of this. Um, just thank you for this platform for everyone, and I will definitely do my best to share and try to bring some people to you as well. And big up yourself.
Listen, guys, I want to show you. This is one of my t-shirts, okay? Listen. Okay?
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, Rise to Prosperity. Go on there and I have a lot of designs coming up. I have a new line from that tissue coming up as well. And we got to talk about that show coming up, okay? So, Resilient Risers, that's it for me tonight. Have a good night. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming, and we are going to see you again soon. Mwah.